quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down.
watch him. He's going to step. He's going to go for the. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Well, you are looking live at LA Memorial Coliseum here in Los Angeles, California, as we welcome you in to Michigan at USC. It is the CFSL Season 25. Camera duty here with my partner Valente. Overcast skies, moderate winds, and 55 degrees in LA today. Valente, it is good to have you in as we see a run back quickly. This one could go to the house. The first play. They're not going to get him. To the 10, 5, touchdown USC, Braylon Tyree Valente. Welcome in. What a play to get started.
Well, how goes it, man? What a way to start the game. Braylon Tyree with the kick return. I mean, he didn't even give us a chance to get our sentence finished, and he's already making big plays.
I was out of breath before the first play was even blown dead. The extra point is good, and as we said right off the bat, USC with a 7-zip lead. A couple of quick game notes. Michigan enters today 1-4. USC enters at 4-1. The 14th meeting between the two squads, and it's already off to be quite the barn burner. Can Michigan respond on the return here? It's Atticus Ike who brings it out to the 23.
And UFC, they've been on a roll ever since week 1 after that blowout loss to Texas in their opening week. They've not lost a game since, and they've won handedly in just about every single one of them. So they've been on a roll.
Michigan with the first play from scrimmage today. Quarterback Michael Amber goes down, sacked for a 7-yard loss. Quickly into the backfield is the big man Josiah Sims.
Yeah, the sophomore with the second sack of the season right there. What a way to start this game for USC. The touchdown and a sack on the very next play. What a way to open this one. USC on fire.
So as we said, that's a 7-yard loss. Michigan now faced with a 2nd and 17. Here is the handoff. That's Joseph Ellis, runs right up the middle, but it's stuffed. No gain. Gunnar Kincaid on the tackle.
And we're seeing a show out of West Virginia transfers as Braylon Tyree, the one who scored the opening kick return, and Gunnar Kincaid, the one laying the smack down on that hit right there.
3 receivers lined up to the right side of the formation. Shotgun for Michael Amber. Pressure coming again. He unloads, finds his man. That's Brian McGuire for 12, but still short of the first down. They will have to punt.
And if you throw short of the line, you're going to stay short of the line. They're going to punt this one back to the dangerous returner and Braylon Tyree and the USC Trojans.
Hoping to not have deja vu. Here is a good punt. Tyree with the return, fielded around the 20, brings it up across the 30, and he gets 10 as we take a look at the USC offense for the first time today. Up 7 points, not even had a chance to be on the field yet. They're led by Bo Mayweather III. Shotgun formation for Mayweather. First play, throws right down the seam. It is complete. Shrugging off a tackle is Braylon Tyree for 16 yards.
Hey, can we give the man some air, please? I mean, he's been in on every single play, whether it's special teams, on offense. He's been making the plays early on. Hey, I believe he's due for a big day. He's already shown that so far.
Yeah, certainly looks that way. 101-yard kick return to start things off. If you didn't get in right at kickoff, yeah, you already missed an incredible return by Braylon Tyree. That's got the third-ranked USC Trojans up 7-zip. Here's Mayweather. The man motioning out of the backfield. That's batted down. That's good defense by Phillip Chappell.
Yeah, great play there by the 3-star sophomore, just getting in there at the perfect time, batting that one away.
Brings up 2nd and 10. This Michigan defense will need a big day today. Mayweather going to let it fly, and that's just over the head of the intended target. Maybe a little confusion along the sidelines there as it's broken up.
Yeah, I don't think that would have went very far anyway. Great coverage there by Caden Hutchinson and the Michigan Wolverines defense.
Brings up 3rd and 10. USC trying to stay on the field. Michigan trying to force them off. They go deep, and there's a connection to keep the drive alive. It is Oleg Hernandez for nearly 30 yards on 1 reception.
And this is a great play right here. Finds enough separation, and Mayweather just floats that one up there. Oleg Hernandez having a great season, an All-American type season, 522 yards and 3 touchdowns and counting on the year.
It's Quiz Richardson who was unfortunately assigned the task of dragging him down after that reception. Now here's Mayweather going to step up in the pocket and get completely blasted. Coming in right up the middle was Jeremy Stone.
The first sack of the season for Jeremy Stone as well. This is a great play. He's basically triple teamed right here, but he fights through one and gets through the other, and Mayweather kind of stepped up at the wrong time. He was right there in the not so loving arms of Stone.
Oh, that was a beautiful thing. That spin move was just fantastic by Stone. And then I'll bring up 2nd and 16 here. First big defensive play of the day by the Michigan Wolverines. It comes at a very good time. Here is Mayweather the third, gonna try to get some of that yardage back, and it's intercepted, and now it's going the other way. Stepping in front of the pass, that is who else? Quiz Richardson, we just talked about him.
Yeah, great play. Cut that route at the right time, just makes the perfect read, perfect moment. And over on Twitch, we have a 1-yard touchdown run by Tank Spikes for Texas A&M. They're gonna go up 7-0 on Oklahoma with 5:52 left in the first quarter.
Back on offense goes Michigan. Michael Amber out of the backfield, throws to his big man, Brian McGuire, who picks up 5. That is the tight end, the senior.
He made a great play right there to get this drive kicked off.
6'3", 245 pounds is Brian McGuire. 2nd and 5, pressure coming, but he avoids it, and he throws Amber's pass a little low and skips along the turf, incomplete.
Amber does a great job navigating the pocket right there, but no one open, just sailed that one.
The big 3rd and 5. Pressure picked up, throwing middle complete. Going to be close. They're going to say Richard Powers gets just enough for the 5 yards needed to pick up the first down.
A great throw there by Amber and a great catch by Powers, fighting through the contact and extending this drive.
6:20 remaining in the opening quarter here in Los Angeles. Amber pump fakes, throws left, has a man, buys his time, and finds McGuire along the sideline for the first down. And it all came with that pump fake that bought the time he needed.
Yeah, it looked like a bubble screen, but he just got free right there. He gets up in that perfect spot in the zone and just wide open, able to make a good throw. This is exactly what you want to see out of Michael Amber. You want to see Amber get hot early on.
Amber, a junior here in Michigan, 6'1", 215. Play action again, gonna throw, steps up, throws into traffic. There's the interception. Too many red jerseys over on that side of the field, and is a turnover for the Trojans, or for the Wolverines, excuse me.
And that was Demir Lucas, the one who came down with that one, his 2nd interception of the season. The senior coming up with a great play there and just picking off Amber at the perfect time.
So the USC defense getting in here, making a big play as Michigan was starting to move the ball quite nicely. Here's pressure coming. Mayweather gets it dropped off once more to Tyree for another reception, his 2nd of the day.
And over on Twitch, we have a 4-yard touchdown run by Sebastian Oman as Oklahoma ties the game up at 7. We have 4:38 left in the first quarter.
Here's Mayweather with a pretty good pocket. He's going to try to step up. It collapses, and he's decked behind the line of scrimmage, sack for a 4-yard loss by Christopher Burns.
What a play there by Christopher Burns, his 6th sack of the season. And this is kind of one of the few things that Bo Mayweather is not the best at. Yes, he can move on he can move with his legs. He can make great plays. He's a great playmaker. But he's probably the most sacked quarterback in this entire league right now.
So once again, that forces him into a 3rd down here. Mayweather with time, going to get hit. The ball, they're going to say that the arm was coming forward. Incomplete, but the Michigan defense has really turned up the heat.
They sent the blitz right there, laid the perfect hit right as he threw it, and now the Wolverines, after that turnover, they're going to make sure they get this one back damage-free.
Indeed they will. On the return, crossing the 40 out close to the 45 is Atticus Ike, a 10-yard return. Well, you know, after that first defensive series there, they've really tightened up and haven't allowed any points, talking about that Michigan defense.
Yeah, after that special teams, touchdown for USC, they've really been locked down since that very moment.
Coming up with a big turnover there, as well as forcing a punt now. Here is Amber from the shotgun hit as he throws. That's going to be incomplete. Looked very similar to the last play we've seen by Mayweather. It's 2nd and 10.
I believe Billy Savage was the one who got back there, so a linebacker coming in off the edge and forcing pressure there.
Amber now going to throw towards the middle on a little slant route to Powers, who picks up 9. Going to bring up a very manageable 3rd and 1 here.
That's just short of that line to gain. And this is what you want to see from Amber. Short memory. Michigan 1 for 2 on 3rd down.
They're going to give it to the halfback, and he takes off. That's Joseph Ellis, who's had a quiet day up to this point. Only 2 rushes, but he gets 11 for the 1st down.
And great blocks up front there by the Michigan big boys, and allowing Ellis to get that lane.
Amber to throw, pressure coming, drops it off, a hitch route. Once again, finding Powers, who's getting the work put in now. That's a 6-yard gain on 1st down.
Now, you don't want to force anything deep if you don't have it. You take your check down, Richard Powers, right in the spot where he needed to be, coming down with that one, bring up 2nd and 4.
Ball just outside the 30-yard line here for the Michigan Wolverines. 4:14 remaining in this opening frame of football here in the CFSL. Here's a throw out of the backfield, a little tight end screen. That's Brian McGuire coming out of the backfield, as I said, to the right of the quarterback. Picks up a pretty good chunk, 3rd and 1.
Over on Twitch with a 50-yard touchdown pass to Spencer Beatty, and the Aggies are now up 14-7 with 3:04 left in the 1st.
Again, another 3rd and 1 for Michigan. Here's the throw towards the sidelines. It is McGuire, who stays in bounds to pick up that 1st and 10. Great job, great focus.
Yeah, we're going to get another look at this one, though.
Now we'll go under the hood here and see if the feet were in bounds and if he had full possession. Oh.
Yeah, that one might be out. Now, that one definitely is out.
Yeah.
Review the play. The ruling on the field is reversed.
And there you have it. The play is overturned. That will bring out the special teams unit for Michigan. Daniel Blewett to try to get on the board for the first time today from the right hash mark. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is good. So Michigan no longer scoreless here. They draw within 4. It's 7-3, still in favor of USC.
Yeah, even though that review didn't go your way, you're definitely happy with the points right there. And I try not to say anything on those kicks because people have told me that I've become the curse for their kickers. So I try to stay quiet in those moments.
I've been there before. Tommy Clifton with the return, this time a 30-yard return. They're just going to take shots at us no matter what happens, Valente. That's just the way it goes, buddy. We unfortunately are predictors, right? We look into a crystal ball, not even realizing too at times. All in good fun. Here we go. Wide receiver screen set up. Dante D'Onofrio for 2 at 2nd and 8.
That quick hitter screen right there. Great pass and just a short couple yard gain. Michigan limiting the damage there.
Mayweather with the snap, throws close to the line of scrimmage, complete. It's Keanu King, turns upfield, picks up 11.
A great throw there by Mayweather, hitting Keanu King in the flat and off the curl, just allowing him to sit on that route and make a good play.
2 receivers on either side of the formation on a fresh set of downs. It's a quarterback keeper, and it's Mayweather who runs for 7. That time his best rush by far of the day. Gets him back in the positive on the day. 2nd and 3 coming.
And we've seen what he can do with his legs. He has 383 yards rushing on the season so far.
2nd and 3, Mayweather completes on a little check down to Braylon Tree, but that's all they need to pick up the 1st. And like you said, Valente, why do more than what you have to?
Yeah, Tyree going to get involved there again. His 3rd catch of the night so far.
Again, 1st down. Here's Mayweather, the lefty, throws to the sidelines. It's Hernandez with the toe drag swag for 3.
A bit of a late throw there. If he would have got that there earlier, he had open space up the field.
Mayweather 7 of 11 on the day. Now gives it off to Jake Williams, who powers for 4, and that will bring up a third and very manageable here. 3rd and 3 coming.
And USC, they're 50% on 3rd down so far tonight. Let's see if they can convert this one.
Here's the snap, Mayweather. Delay handoff to Williams, and he goes backwards.
This is a great job by the Michigan front. Kevin Kelly, the defensive tackle, with his 2nd tackle for loss of the season. Making a great play there, and you know what? That just put them outside of field goal range too.
Yeah,
so now
sure
Michigan, they're going to get the ball back with no damage done pretty much.
Yeah, this defense has really played stout today, like you mentioned, and there's been a couple of drives that we have looked at that has been very what you think would be beneficial for USC, but in the end, Michigan's been able to crank down, and there you see the results of that once more. Still 7-3 here in the opening quarter. Great game we've got going on here at the LA Memorial Coliseum. Here is a handoff going up the middle. Joseph Ellis picks up 2, but not much more.
And not much there, and just a great tackle eliminating the damage from the USC defense. I didn't get an eye on who made the tackle there, though.
Staying out of the shotgun is Michael Amber. One man to the left of him, and it's a handoff to Ellis, who gets a yard and then gets obliterated by Gunnar Kincaid in the process.
Yeah, it's hard to miss that guy right there. I mean, he's a violent linebacker. He just made an absolute play right there. But Michigan, they are 2 for 3 on 3rd down. So they've been converting at an efficient rate all night so far.
Indeed, they have. It's shotgun sending everybody downfield. Amber chucks one. He's got a man, and there's room to run to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jalen Zachary for 76.
And what a play there by Zachary. And you know what? There was a lot of pressure in that pocket too, so that's good on Amber for being able to stand and take the pressure and deliver a strike downfield to your wide open receiver.
Indeed, the extra point by Blewett is good, and Michigan takes their first lead of the day with 53 seconds remaining in the first. The score is 10-7 Wolverines over the Trojans.
I'll tell you what, this Michigan team does not look like a 1-4 team right now.
No, indeed, they do not. Now, here's a good run back once more, and, of course, look who it is in the middle of that scrum. It's Braylon Tree for a 35-yard return.
Yeah, Braylon Tyree with another solid return. I always like to say if you get it past the 25, that's a positive. He got it up to about the 33, 34, so I consider that a good return.
I would as well. Great field position to start here for the USC offense. Fake handoff. Mayweather to throw. It's Keanu King along the left sidelines for 14 and a first down.
That's his 2nd catch of the night. Great throw there by Mayweather. 8 for 12 on the night so far. I'd like to see him try and push it downfield, though.
One man flank to the right of Mayweather. It's a fake. It's a keeper up the middle. Picking up 5 is Bo Mayweather, and we may see that quite a bit in this game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely solid 5-yard pickup there, but 5 yards here, 5 yards there, you're getting a first down every couple of plays.
Indeed, as it's now 2nd and 5. Good pocket to throw out of. Mayweather throws to Williams, going to be just short of the first. It's going to be decision time for the USC. How they will attack this 3rd and inches coming up. At the end of the first, it's Michigan 10, USC 7. You are watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Welcome you back in to start this 2nd quarter. Cameron Duty here with my partner Valente on what has been a fantastic first quarter. 3rd and inches here for USC. They power ahead with Jake Williams to pick up the first. Good blocking out front.
Yeah, great blocking there. I was going to mention last time on their short, 3rd down, they weren't able to convert. Michigan got a good stop, but this time they hand it back off to Williams and execute better that time around.
The Trojans kept out of the end zone as an offense today. The special teams got there, but the offense still looking for their first points of the day. Williams completely snuffed out Martavius Jacobs with the tackle.
And a great play there by Jacobs, essentially just losing what all they gained right there. That's the 6th tackle for loss on the season for Martavius Jacobs, the junior.
2nd and 12 coming. Out of the backfield goes Jaden Cobb. Mayweather going to throw, has a man out in the flat. It's complete, stays in bounds to the 5. Touchdown, Braylon Tree. He does it again, this time through the air. Another touchdown on the day.
Now, his 2nd touchdown of the day. First one was special teams, this time as a receiver. Mayweather makes a great pass right here. He's wide open. But you know what? He still has some work to do. He shakes off one right there. And now he's got all green grass ahead of him. Beautiful play by Tyree. And that is his 6th receiving touchdown of the season.
Yeah, Braylon Tyree putting in the work today. As you said a little bit earlier in this game, Valente, you made the mention that he had to be running short of oxygen there. They just continue to put the work in with him.
He's been making great play after great play. Why not, right?
And it is a kneel down here for the Wolverines. It's 8:25 remaining in this first half. And the Wolverines now down by 4 once more. That lead was short-lived.
Yeah, USC back in the driver's seat, but the Wolverines, they're going to have a chance to take this one back.
Yeah, it is a give up the middle. Running hard, that's Joseph Ellis for 10. And it will be a 2nd and inches. They're going to mark him just short of the 1st.
Yeah, he's just shy of 5 yards per carry on the night, so super efficient so far. But let's see if he can maintain that through the night.
Audibling into the backfield here. It's a keeper scrambling and nowhere to go. Michael Amber goes down for a 2-yard sack. It's Caleb Alexander.
Yeah, the corner, Caleb Alexander, coming in right there on the blitz. And he's just unblocked. There's not a single guy looking his way. And to be fair, there's not a single guy that's going to expect a corner to come in hot like that. For Michigan, they still have a 3rd and short. They're 3 for 4 on the night.
3rd and 3 now. They give it to the halfback, and he's swallowed up. Joseph Ellis goes backwards. Once again, Alexander in on the action, quickly into the backfield.
Yeah, back-to-back plays there for Alexander. Great job just creeping up into the box and making that play right there. His 2nd tackle for loss on the night, and USC going to get this one back with really good field position.
Indeed, as that punt will be returned about the 36-yard line. Cutting upfield is Tyree, who runs for 9 and steps out of bounds. Good field position again for the Trojans on this drive. As it is a carry right up the middle, Jake Williams takes what the offensive line can get him, which is not much. It's a gain of 2.
And a short carry there. Quez Richardson with his 6th tackle of the night so far.
Richardson not only with those tackles, he has that interception as well. So a busy day for Quez Richardson. Here's a wide receiver screen. Oh, and that was disastrous as Williams dropped again for a 4-yard loss.
And that one gets blown up by Caden Hutchinson. There was multiple guys in there. Caden Hutchinson was the first one there. Jeremy Stone, I believe, made the trip over as well. So great play by those two. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Trojans.
The hesitation that it takes for that play to develop was all that the Michigan defense needed to swarm the backfield. It's 3rd and long for USC. Mayweather stands in there as long as he can, heaves it for his wide open man. That is a touchdown. Number 1 on the day by number 1, Keanu King.
That first touchdown of the night for Keanu King, and another deep ball laser by Bo Mayweather, perfectly placed. Not a single man in sight. What a play. What a play by Mayweather. What a play by King.
Yeah, what an attaboy for Bo Mayweather III. I mean, you could see on the replay, he stood in there. He took an absolute shot, but he just needed to buy time for his man to get wide open. The extra point is good. It is 21-10. USC now over Michigan, starting to pull away just a little bit.
Now they're making a little bit of space.
Another kneel down here for the Michigan return team. Back out comes Michael Ember, and it goes without saying, Valente, but this drive right here feels like it has a little more added weight to it.
Absolutely.
3 receivers to the right. Michael Ember snaps, looks that direction, and finds his man Brian McGuire stepping out after a 4-yard gain. Nice pickup on first down.
Yeah, the 5th catch of the night for the tight end right there. 2nd and 6 coming up. You'll take 4 yards every play.
Now, the give out of the backfield. That's a nice run. Much more effective than the previous carries. Joseph Ellis picks up 9 and a first down.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't make it obvious. It felt like on that last drive, the Michigan was a little too obvious with their play calling, and that just caught him off guard right there.
Ember, oh, what a nice fake there. That is bought nicely as Michael Ember gets out in front of that, picks up 7.
Yeah, great 7-yard pickup there by Ember. The read option, great pull at the perfect time as well.
So 2nd and 3, 5:50 remaining here in the half. Again, same as the last play. Look at the stiff arm by Michael Ember, who fights hard for a yard. Gotta love the grit and determination.
Absolutely love it, but Mickey Jackson only allowing 1 yard there, but Michigan 60% on 3rd down. They're 3 for 5, and they got a 3rd and 2 here.
Yeah, big 3rd down coming. As we said, an important drive here. Wide receiver screen, and he is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It's Ronnie Wilson who gets nothing on that play, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're thinking, oh Lord, that Keanu King got that block at the right time, because 23 Caden Hutchinson was in, or excuse me, 23 Miles Shakur was in the right spot to pick that off, and that would have went the other way. But now USC, they have an entire field to cover at this point.
Yeah, indeed. And now, as you said, that drive looked like it was going to be very promising. Stalls out right around midfield. Michigan has to punt. USC gets the ball back already with an 11-point lead. And what a momentum swing that this game has certainly had in it. Here's Mayweather now getting much more confident in that pocket. Here's a man busting downfield. It's Oleg Hernandez after the reception for 32 yards.
Another big play there by Hernandez, and he's averaging 21 yards per catch, and just on that same route that he hit earlier, just that post across the field, he's just got enough separation, wide open. And you know, he's got some speed to him. He's going to make some guys chase.
Yeah, indeed. And Valente, you made the comment, and you know, talk about looking into that crystal ball. You said you'd like to see him open it up a little bit more. Asking you shall receive. USC now taking it to this Michigan defense. Look at Mayweather continuing to fight.
A great run there by Mayweather, and he's completely opening up right now. Great blocks up front, and look at the fight from that man. And over on Twitch, we have a 13-yard touchdown pass to Blue Hayes. Texas A&M now extend their lead to 21-7 with 2:47 left in the first half.
A Michigan defense here that no doubt is starting to get a little bit gassed with a lot of time out there trying to defend against this USC offense. That pass is contained. It's D'Onofrio. He picks up 5, and they're able to contain it to that.
And just a quick slant right there to really get them into the red zone now.
2nd and 5. Here's Mayweather. Good pocket. Throws to his check down. Close to the first. Nice open field tackle. Williams gets 4.
Yeah, like we mentioned before, if there's no one open, just hit your check down. All reliable 4 yards. The 3rd and 1 coming up for the Trojans.
And here is Mayweather, who hands it off to the big man, rumbling. Oh, and he loses the football. Oh, you're kidding.
And that was
the football. Go ahead, Valente.
That was a perfectly timed play by the Michigan defense, just as he was about to cross the plane. Let's watch this one more time. Pig number 9, right as he's about to cross the plane, Quez Richardson rips that one out. Perfectly timed. Look at this.
Wow.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I would be surprised if they don't look at this to see if he was over the plane first. But, I mean, this was a perfectly timed play. Quez Richardson, when you needed him most, made the play of the day for this defense.
Well, you know, that really could have saved this game for Michigan. If they're able to come back and do something here, you got to look at that play. Powers picks up 2. Not only does he have a forced fumble, but he also, of course, we said he has that interception early. Richardson coming up huge today.
Yeah, he's been making play after play, and that is the split-second play that you need.
Pressure coming, but Amber able to avoid it, and he finds his man Richard Powers for 8.
That's the thing that Amber does best, is avoiding pressure. But when he avoids that pressure, he's got to be able to find his open man. He did it right there.
Amber with 149 yards has passed Greg Kotsky for 3rd in Michigan history. So there's a milestone. Congratulations to him on the rush. He maybe gets 2 before being brought down.
And this brings up 2nd and 8. So congrats to Amber, like you mentioned. That was a great accomplishment. And you know what? Still a junior, so a lot of chance to become number 1.
Indeed. There's a beautiful throw out towards the right sidelines, complete. Now turning upfield is the big man, Brian McGuire, once more, who's had a busy day.
He has 39 catches on the season coming into this game, so he's just continuing to add on to his resume with that one right there.
2:45 remaining here in the half. It's a give to Joseph Ellis, who somehow is able to turn that into a positive. Not sure how. The Trojans were quickly in the backfield.
And that's just a great job by the Trojans defense, only allowing 1 yard right there. Ellis has been pretty solid tonight, but they've been doing a good job limiting him when they need to.
Indeed they have. Again, we see another carry, as this is Larry Banks who picks up 7. So Michigan trying to kind of switch it up a little bit and go with Banks out of the backfield.
And the walk-on coming in there, probably relieving, Ellis, allowing him a chance to catch a breath.
3rd and 2. Big play here on the carry. Oh, it's going to be close. Banks for a minute looked like he was going to turn left right into the USC Trojan defender, but at the last minute he cuts upfield and picks up the first. Whew.
Yeah, great job keeping the Wolverines offense on the field there.
And that time it's Mike Romero who is decked for a 3-yard loss. Quickly back to the line comes the Wolverines.
And they have less than 2 minutes to go, so if they can score here and stop USC, they're going to get the ball back at half as well.
That's exactly right. Amber with time, going to go deep towards the sidelines. It's picked off. This drive now going the other way for this USC defense. And being tossed out of bounds after picking up the interception is Aiden Kane. And that is his first of the season.
Yeah, Aiden Kane, like you said, his first interception of the season. He does a great job staying in bounds right here, and he has a lot of room to create some good field position for the Trojans to open this next drive.
Yeah, and Valente, that has to be so demoralizing for your offense if you are Michigan, moving the ball down the field so close to field goal range to have it taken away. Here's Mayweather again on the offensive attack and finds D'Onofrio for 14.
And he has 3 catches tonight. You know what? This is a testament to how much talent that USC has. We've seen Keanu King, he's been involved a bit. Braylon Tyree's been the main guy, and D'Onofrio, I mean, he's been coming up huge, but not so often, but every time we call his name, it's for a huge moment.
Indeed. Now here's Mayweather again with a good pocket, throws it to the check down. Oh, what a nice little shimmy there by Jaden Cobb, and he gets close to the first.
And that's the running back on the check down right there. So solid 9-yard pickup for USC as they are just outside of the red zone now.
And another milestone to speak of, Bo Mayweather has passed Colton Powell for 3rd in USC history. And looking to add to more, that pass will be out of bounds. But again, congratulations to Mayweather for that milestone.
Yeah, huge congrats. And he's just a sophomore. He's the generational talent sophomore. So he has a lot more room to grow still.
Indeed, that's scary for everybody who has to face him. Here he goes with his feet. Touchdown, Bo Mayweather for 23 yards.
I love this run right here, but I want to point something out on the back end. I want to see one more replay. There's a block on the left side that is going the opposite way. Let's look at that. There's a guy on the ground going the other way.
blocking on all areas as this extra point by Corey Little is good. USC now leads Michigan 28-10 with 1:15 remaining in the first half.
That poor kid, man. He was already eliminated from the play, and he got absolutely flatlined. I didn't see who made the block, but Lord help that kid right there.
And he thought he was out of the strike zone, but apparently not. It's just everybody gets a hit out here. Here's Atticus Ike out for a 30-yard return. With 1:12 left, this Michigan offense is going to have to try to use every second of the clock.
Yeah, I'd expect him to get aggressive.
To the right, one to the bottom of your screen. Here's Michael Amber, throws complete to Ellis for 5, but they'll have to have more than that.
Yeah, good hit there by Kincaid, and they're not using their timeout either, so as soon as this clock starts running, you got to move.
Man, Gunnar Kincaid, again, we've called his name a couple of times. One of the most brutal, defenders that we have out here, clearly, with some of the hits he's been laying on these Michigan players. Pressure coming. Amber gets rid of it. Right in the middle of the field there, it's Joseph Ellis who picks up the first and a timeout called by Michigan.
Yep, they're at the 41 now, so I'd like to see him open it up, get a little bit aggressive with this last 50 seconds.
Here's Amber. Going to throw towards the sideline. Stepping out is Powers. He couldn't cut upfield in time. The foot steps out of bounds on the white chalk, and it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that'll stop the clock, though, so I definitely, if you're not going to go deep, you want to make sure you get out of bounds so you don't have to waste that last time out.
Shotgun for Amber. Pressure coming, and he has to just float it. And he has to get rid of it because, like we said, a heat-seeking missile was on the way from the USC Trojans.
Yeah, worst case scenario right there is you take the sack. So good on him, just throwing that one away.
3rd and 5. They go back to the ground to try to pick up the first. Joseph Ellis gets nothing. And wow, Michigan's going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that play call right there because now USC, they just called their timeout. And that means they're likely to get aggressive as well. They're going to have solid field position and some room to work and a couple of timeouts as well.
Indeed, as Tyree brings this one back for 11. And, you look at the offense of the Trojans, just a banner day already in a lot of aspects. We mentioned the milestones about Bo Mayweather. And, you look at this 18-point advantage. No, it doesn't feel like it's an 18-point game. It feels like it at times is closer than that. But still, USC really starting to open things up here. And here goes Mayweather. At least going to try to get them to field goal range, but they want more than that out towards midfield.
And they're just shy of midfield, and they used that timeout. They still got one, so they're looking to score. They're looking to keep pouring it on.
Yeah, that they are. Again, with his feet, Mayweather puts out the stiff arm there, gets out to the 40, another first down.
And he's keeping them legs warm, 77 rushing yards so far.
And still one timeout for the USC Trojans. Trying to do a masterful, really 60-second drill here. Look at Mayweather. How in the world he finds open space? I don't know. He's still going. Finally brought down after 17, but he run for 30 there. 8 seconds left, Valente.
Yeah, and they still haven't called that timeout. They need to.
They clock down to 5 here. Is Mayweather going to take off? And instead of using the timeout, he will run it. They will not get points out of this drive, Valente, and we'll go to the half.
Yeah, I don't love that. I feel like that was atrocious time management by both teams there. Both teams had a chance to score, and they kind of wasted it. And I don't really get it, but I mean it's been a great game for the Trojans. They started off hot, and they've been red hot ever since then. The Wolverines, they're not out of this by any means. They started off decent as well. They just need their defense to get back to where they were in that first half, or in that first quarter really. But I mean, ever since then it's been all Trojans, and they've been going at it ever since then. Whether it be Tyree, whether it be King or D'Onofrio, even Cobb and Williams, they've all been making plays, and so is his defense too, as well as Mayweather with his legs. They've been doing incredible.
I will say this. Michigan has been able to have a couple of breaks in this game, a couple of defensive turnovers that kept the score from getting out of hand. But that last time management right there, as you said, the mismanagement, I guess we could say, that was huge for Michigan to keep them in this game. As we look at your first half stats, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens as we start this third quarter, folks. And like we said, it's been a great game. Michigan with the ball back here, and it is the CFSL. Anybody still has a fighting chance. Here is the return out to the 20. Oh, still on his feet. Great hustle there by Richard Powers.
Yeah, we still got 18 minutes of game time left, so that is more than enough time for Michigan to fight back, but they need their defense to wake up again.
Wes, good to see you, brother. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you to everybody who has decided to tune in with us here on this Tuesday evening of CFSL football. A great game on hand here. Here's Michael Amber gonna throw. Has a man in the middle of the field, and Jalen Zachary picks up 19.
Yeah, great play there. That's only the second catch of the night for Zachary. That first one was a super explosive play. And this is what you want to see out of Amber. Keep that arm warm. You know, make sure you're making the right reads and just don't put the ball in harm's way, and everything will be okay for your offense.
Absolutely. 238 total yards on the day up to this point for the Wolverines. Looking to add more to that total. Here's a little delayed handoff to Ellis, who maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not much more there. Josiah Sims makes the stop.
That's second tackle for loss of the night. The sophomore making another big play right there.
2nd and 10 coming. 3 receivers to the left. Again, they go back to the ground. That's Ellis. Bounces off of a tackle, and he picks up 3 running left side.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 coming up for the Wolverines, and Clifton, the one making the tackle there. Wolverines, they're 50% on 3rd down, 4 for 8 so far.
3rd and 7. Here's Amber needing a big play. Finds it along the right sidelines at the 40. It's once more Richard Powers, his workhorse for the day.
And Powers has been the go-to guy in terms of these short to intermediate routes, and he gets wide open right there, and that's exactly who you want to make the play when you need about 7 yards. So good job there by Amber finding the open receiver, and a great catch there by Powers.
That was the 11th first down of the day by the Michigan Wolverines, who has at times did a really good job of moving this ball downfield. Now they got to turn that into points. Quarterback keeper, and Amber goes down. That's not a good way to start that series, right? Aiden Kane down in the backfield, a loss right there of 4.
Yeah, that's not a good way to start that set of downs, but for Aiden Kane, that definitely was.
We got split backs for Michael Amber. We'll see what he decides to do here. He holds on to it, throws out of the backfield, and more negative yardage coming. This time Ellis driven backwards into the turf.
And Gunnar Kincaid, the linebacker, making another huge play. You know, we sound like a broken record when we mention this guy's name because it feels like every time you see him on the screen, he's making a huge play.
A physical, very physical play every time we see do. Again, they're adding the exclamation mark to that tackle, driving him into the turf. Here's Amber going to throw on a 3rd and 15, trying to get some positive yardage. Gets it to Larry Banks. I'm afraid they may still be out of field goal range here. Oh, they're going for it, Valente.
Yeah, they're kind of in that no man's land territory right now. Let's see if they can pick this one up.
Yeah, here we go. Shotgun for Amber. Quickly back to the line. They get rid of it. Along the sidelines, it's TJ Davis. What a gutsy play call and play.
And they brought in their backup tight end to be the 5th receiver there. And, you know, no one really looks for the backup tight end. So, I mean, great job there by Amber just finding the open man.
Yeah, they had the perfect play for that scenario. Here's Amber with the keeper who piles on the yardage there at the end of that play. Picks up 11 when it looked as if it may not get off its feet. Quickly back to the line they come, Valente, as you see them in this formation here. One to the left of Michael Amber. Another keeper. Oh, pitch out to Ellis. Stiff arm, still on his feet, gets to the 10. All of that, and he gets a yard.
Yeah, that might have been the best 1-yard gain I think I've ever seen. Stiff arming a guy, breaking a tackle just to get 1 yard. I mean, you'll take it though. It's positive yardage.
Hey, you gotta love the dedication. Kincaid again on the stop. 2nd and 9. Here is Amber again to throw. End zone just short of it. We'll see. Did he get the feet in?
He did?
Yeah. Jerry Harrison. And that brings up a big 3rd and 2 here.
That's the corner, Jerry Harrison, by the way.
That's incredible. 2 yards to pick up. They go for the touchdown, and they get it. It's Zachary in the right corner there. Touchdown. Michael Amber to Zachary.
Yeah, that's Jalen Zachary's second touchdown of the night, his fourth of the season. That's the way to start the second half. But now you need your defense to wake up, come alive. However you want to put it, they need to make a stop here if you want to keep your dreams alive.
Yeah, how about that? Extra point good by Daniel Blewett, and some gutsy calls had to be made on that drive, but in the end, they find paradise as they tack on the touchdown. It's 28-17 now, the score. USC still on top of Michigan. Clifton with the 27-yard return, 5:53 remaining in the third. Now, that drive took up a lot of time as well.
Yeah, it did, and one of those things that when you're down 18, there's never a better time to get creative. And over on Twitch, we have a 1-yard touchdown run by Malcolm Streets as A&M go up 28-10 with 3:53 left in the third quarter.
Indeed. Now, as we have over here, 5:53 remaining in this third quarter, which it's been a terrific contest. Like I said, at times it feels as if this game has been closer than what the score actually suggests. But a lot of good plays, and we see here a lot of tough hitting. Jake Williams there barely gets a yard, trying to be a contender there for the toughest 1-yard run of the day.
I imagine we're going to see a couple of those. I believe they might be able to hear us up here. They're trying to outshine each other.
Everything's a competition to these guys. Here's Mayweather. Gonna go down. The ball comes out. They say the arm was coming forward. What pressure put on by this Michigan defense, and Quez Richardson again.
USC 4 for 7 on third down, so let's see if Michigan can get the stop they need.
3rd and 9. Pressure coming. They drop it off, and it's going to turn into a first down. How about Jake Williams on that little drop off? Just a check down, but he takes it to the first down sticks.
Man, that was a quick screen there, and you don't expect that one to go so quickly. And he did a great job just finding his way upfield there.
Yeah, indeed. Now on the keeper is Mayweather, who gets hit after a 3-yard gain. Pretty good containment that time by Michigan.
Yeah, I believe Lincho Rivera, the one who made the stop there. We call his name a lot as well. He has 40 tackles on the season. I feel like that's the only time that I've said his name tonight.
Yeah, he's had kind of a quiet night today. Here is, that was almost disaster, Phillip Chappell. If he'd been there about a millisecond earlier, he would have had a pick 6 just off his hands. He read that play brilliantly.
Yeah, that was a great read, but he got a bit overzealous, and he skipped a step. He had to catch the ball.
As we see this on 3rd down, they go back to Tyree over the middle, contained nicely. 4th and 5, USC has to punt it away.
Yeah, so Michigan, don't look now, don't blink. Michigan could be on their way back.
Once again, Rivera there on the stop, up to his 5th tackle on this day. So we call him on 2 very close together plays, as that's Atticus Ike, who turns it upfield for 15. Now, you're right, Valenta, you said don't look now. Michigan, maybe a little momentum on their side here.
And another thing, too, to point out, USC was a 10.5-point favorite coming into this game. Half a point difference right now.
Yeah, as Joseph Ellis, though, dragged down behind the line. And that run defense, as Dominic Delamano gets his 2nd TFL of the day. It's been great defense for USC.
Yeah, that's his 8th tackle for loss on the season for the former All-American.
Here's Amber now, going to try to get some of that yardage back. Completes to McGuire for 5. That will make it an easier 3rd down to look at here. 3rd and 6 on the way.
Yeah, that's his 7th catch on the night, and I believe Caleb Alexander, the one who brought him down, that's his 7th tackle. Michigan 6 for 11 on 3rd down.
Setting up the screen. Do they have the blocking out front? They do. First down across the 50 for Joseph Ellis. Great blocking downfield.
Yeah, that was a perfectly developed play. They gave it the right amount of time to allow the blockers to get up front first. And Ellis just makes a great play, getting past the sticks, doing exactly what he needed to do.
Tommy Clifton, the man on the stop after the first down carry there by Ellis. Now here goes Amber with the QB keeper, and he picks up 2.
All right, Amber is only able to get 2 there. Gunnar Kincaid with his 8th tackle of the night. What a game for the West Virginia transfer.
Now here is another give. This time Larry Banks, though, He goes backwards. Billy Savage with the big stop. It's 3rd and 12.
Great play there by Savage. He absolutely tattoos him right there. Michigan 7 for 12 on 3rd down. They have a long one to convert, though.
Yeah, that they do. 3rd and long. What can Amber come up with? That pass is deflected. Mickey Jackson says, I'm not going to even give that time to develop. It's 4th and 12. Michigan to punt it away.
Yeah, USC, they're going to get this one back. Potentially pin deep. I mean, we like some for the brain moments around here. Let's see if this Michigan punter could pin them back deep in their territory.
Yeah, and I believe that is going to just bounce out of the end zone. A good effort, though, nonetheless. But USC will start from the 20. And how about this Trojan defense stepping up big when they needed the stop? And it will be time for their offense to take the field again. Here's Mayweather going to throw. Pressure in his face. Atticus Ike with the deflection. Incomplete.
That one's almost picked off. Over on Twitch, we have a 6-yard touchdown pass to Bradley Showers. As Texas A&M now leading 35-10 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Jake Williams now with an 8-yard rush. Going to make this 3rd and 2 coming up for the Trojans.
Yeah, we have another Twitch update coming in here in just a moment as well.
3rd and 2 for USC. Mayweather trying to scramble. He is like Houdini, disappears into a pile and comes out the other side with the 1st down.
Yeah, he shriveled up into a ball there for a second. Let's watch this one more time. He gets almost stopped right there, and then he takes off. And over on Twitch, we have an 84-yard touchdown pass to Leroy Peterson. Oklahoma now trailed 35-17 with 1 minute and 16 left in the 3rd.
Well, you're right. There are not many times that type of patience will pay off well for you. In Mayweather's case, it did. Back on the QB keeper he goes and slides after a couple of yards gained.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Bo Mayweather only got 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of like you. There's not many times that we do say that about Bo Mayweather, and that was a hard-fought 2 yards there. Here he goes back to the air. His man is wide open, and that's a 1st down as he went for his big target, Oleg Hernandez again.
He found Oleg Hernandez right there wide open on the corner route, his 4th catch of the night. He's just shy of 100 yards as well. I mean, he's been doing a great job when his name's been called. So this USC offense, they've been firing on all cylinders to just about anybody.
Yeah, indeed they have. It's been a very good, very productive day for the 3rd-ranked team. And here's pressure coming. Mayweather gets rid of it. Once more finding Hernandez, the big safe target there for 6 yards.
His 5th catch of the night. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Trojans.
Out of the backfield, his motion. Here's a throw, middle of the field. Once again, it's Hernandez. 3rd straight play, 3rd straight reception, and he's fired up.
Yeah, just shy of 100 yards now. He's up to 97, as they're just shy of the red zone now as well.
And we're just 1:15 shy of the 4th quarter here. As this game beginning to wind down, here is Mayweather going to throw with great patience. Oh, Jerry Harrison gets in there last minute and gets a hand on it and swats it away.
He almost picked that one off as well, but great job undercutting the route.
Indeed he did. For a moment it looked as if there's going to be an opening there for Mayweather. Now he throws middle of the field. D'Onofrio with the one-hander, and that's a 6-yard grab.
Yeah, what a catch right there by D'Onofrio. Bring up 3rd and 4. USC 6 for 10 on 3rd down so far tonight.
Big 3rd and 4 coming in this one. Here is a screen being set up. The blocking is out front. The 1st down, just enough. And an added push at the end, inherently by the Michigan defense. Jake Williams with the 1st and goal.
A great play there by Williams, just extending this drive. Pushing forward there for that 1st down and even more.
1st and goal. Half a minute remaining here in the 3rd. Here's the keeper, Mayweather, scrambling. Touchdown, USC.
Well, go ahead and give him another one, right? I mean, he had one earlier. Give him one right there as well. He's been absolutely killing it on the ground, even through the air as well. This is what you got to watch out for. He's going to take those read options. He's going to take exactly what the defense gives him, and he made another great play right there.
Indeed he did. As Little's extra point is good. And with that second rushing touchdown, Bo Mayweather III passes Kane Robinson for third in USC history on rushing touchdowns. How about that?
Making history tonight. That's the second record he's broken so far.
Yeah, if not by air, it's by ground. A banner night for Bo Mayweather III here in Los Angeles this evening.
If it's not air, it's ground. If it's not ground, it's air. But one thing is for sure, it's same-day delivery.
Perfect. I love the analogy, my friend. Here is a keeper by Michael Amber trying to emulate some of that success on his own. Misses a tackle, gets out to the 40, and a first down for the Wolverines.
A great run there by Amber, and he's trying to emulate what Bo Mayweather's been able to do so far tonight.
Absolutely. 10 seconds remaining here in the third. They hand this one off. Room to run. Joseph Ellis gets close to the first. It's a gain of 9. Folks, we are going to quarter number 4. USC out front of Michigan, 35-17. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Welcome you back in to start this fourth quarter. Cameron Duty here in Valente in the booth. It's been a very fun game. The third quarter dominated by USC. Michigan now trying to put some points up late in this one as we start the fourth with a little halfback screen. He picks up the first. It's Joseph Ellis.
And a great quick screen there by the Michigan Wolverines, getting it to Ellis. They need to move quickly now. They're down 3 possessions, and they still, only have this quarter left.
Here is Amber with time. Going to throw it away. Didn't like anything he's seen downfield. It's incomplete.
Over on switch, we have a 4-yard touchdown run by Malcolm Streets, his second of the night. A&M now leading 42-17 with 8:16 left in the game.
Second down. Here's Amber going to throw to his check down. Turning upfield. Oh, stepping out of bounds is Larry Banks. They're going to say that the foot was out of bounds before he made forward progress. It's a loss of 3.
Yeah, just too late of a throw. 3rd and 13 here for the Wolverines.
Yeah, I would like to see him go more vertical than horizontal. And here you go. And, out of bounds. Not able to keep the feet in. We've seen that a couple of times today. And they're going for it on 4th and long.
Yeah, you kind of have to at this point. It's 4th and 13. This is pretty much the game on the line right here.
Yeah, big play coming here. Amber going to stand in there. He's hit as he throws. That was almost picked up and ran back the other way, but he is completely obliterated.
Yeah, that one almost got intercepted too by the defensive lineman. We almost saw a pick 6 potentially. That one, great play by the defensive line. I believe Josiah Sims was the one who laid the hit. Frank Johnson was the one who almost took that one back.
Yeah, incredible defense. This Trojans defense, really tightened up coming out of the halftime break. And here is this offense that's been electrifying. Hernandez again for 20 yards.
And that pass allows him to cross the century mark. He's got 117 so far. You know what? There's still 8 minutes left in this game. I imagine they're not going to stop looking his way.
No, they will probably continue to pour on the steam. This third-ranked USC team again continuing to put up big numbers, a big banner day, as we said, for Bo Mayweather III. Still adding points. That's a 3-yard gain once more to Hernandez.
Have 120 yards on the night, bringing up 2nd and 7. They're just shy of the red zone as well. They've been, I want to say, perfect when they reach that 20-yard marker.
Yeah, they have been very efficient. And again, the ground attack as well, 162 yards. Don't let the big plays through the air shadow what this ground attack has done.
Absolutely. Atticus Ike with his 5th tackle of the night right there as well.
Here is Bo Mayweather III going to throw out to the flat. It is complete. Turning upfield, fighting for the goal line is Jake Williams. He'll be stopped inside the 5.
Yeah, he almost fought his way into the end zone right there. He just sits his check down. He does a great job just sitting down right there, making sure he doesn't get out of bounds. And look at these blocks up front. Fortunately, lost it at the last second. Cliff Booth, the one making the touchdown saving tackle.
And that will bring up a first and goal situation here for the Trojans. Just about 3 yards out of the end zone. We'll see how they want to play this. Mayweather split backs, and then one man in the backfield, and walking in is Jake Williams, untouched, to extend the Trojan lead.
Yeah, you got to respect what they have going on, because this is go one of two ways. They either hand it to Williams or Mayweather takes it himself, and you got to respect both of those guys. So now it's still not impossible for Michigan to come back, but you're officially in long shot territory. Michigan needs to be on go mode for the rest of the game.
The extra point is good by Corey Little, and as you said, if there is going to be a comeback, it's got to start quickly for the Michigan Wolverines. The big thing as we watch this return here, it will be taken out of the end zone across the 20 out to about the 22-yard line by Atticus Ike. The big thing that I think's changed for Michigan here, they simply started to get stalled right around midfield as this game has progressed, Valente.
Yeah, now you really got to air it out a lot more over these last 7 minutes.
Here is Michael Amber. Going to have to let it fly. He does get it to his check down, who makes one man miss. Ellis is able to pick up 6 and get out to the 30.
And over on Twitch, we have an 85-yard pick 6 by Skeeter Johnson for Texas A&M. They now lead 49-17 with 6:28 left in the game.
2nd and 4. Amber going to let it fly into a crowd there, but Richard Powers comes down with it. They were 3 Trojans in the area.
Yeah, he made a great catch right there, fighting through the contact, holding on to that one. Great job there, Powers.
Sometimes you just got to give your man a chance to go up and make a miraculous play, and Amber did just that for Richard Powers. Here's a man in motion. That is Brian McGuire, who certainly had a busy day at the office. Amber gonna throw. Complete no, jarred loose, and, well, I'll let you guess who made that hit.
Yeah, is it A, Gunnar Kincaid, B, Gunnar Kincaid, or C, Gunnar Kincaid? I'll let y'all figure that one out.
D, all the above. A name like Gunnar, you're going to be taking shots. Here's Amber throwing out of bounds. It's 3rd and 10 now, coming up quickly.
Yeah, great job by the Trojans defense. I believe Demir Lucas, the one in coverage there. 3rd and 10 now for the Wolverines.
Here's Amber out of shotgun, setting up the screen, not even going to get a chance to let it develop. It's a rush into the backfield, and Dominic Delamano gets the sack on the day.
And this is the one thing you don't want to do. Dominic Delamano is unblocked, not a single person looking for him. And I'm sorry, that's just not what you want to do. That's a former All-American right there, coming in unblocked, untouched, and just laying out your quarterback. You cannot let that happen.
Delamano continuing to track down the USC all-time sack leader. Jackson Cobb has it. Delamano wants it. He's 4 away from that record. As we see a big return here by Tyree, who has already had a big day. That started early in the contest, and you'll see here on the game track some of the big highlights of this entire game.
Yeah, they've been doing incredible, Tyree included. You know, he had that earlier kick return. He had the touchdown. Of course, you got to get all the other guys involved as well. But over on Twitch, this is strange, by the way. 56-yard touchdown pass to JT Weinrich for Oklahoma. They now trail 49-24 with 5:46 left in the game. And the reason why I said that was strange, no, not because Oklahoma is scoring, it's because that's a free safety that just took a 56-yard touchdown right there.
Oh, and look at Bo Mayweather. Yeah, he's not tired yet. He's still fighting. Another 1st and 10. Back to that play, Valente. You know, what did we say before we come on the broadcast? Any given sim day, anything's possible in sim football.
Yeah, anything is possible.
And that's why we love it. Here is Mayweather now with the keeper. Like I said, he's not through yet. No worry of risking life, limb, football, or injury. He keeps this one rolling. 16 rushes for 144 yards.
Yeah, like you just said, he's up to 144 yards rushing on the night. But you know what? I mean, that's not surprising at all. He only had 10 yards rushing last week, but that's due to the defense that he played. I mean, they just did a great job at stopping him.
Yeah, and the first quarter, as he rushes again close to the first. If you remember, Valente, the first quarter, he was kind of contained. He had about 10 rushing yards, right? And we started thinking, is this going to go this way again? The second quarter, here come the QB keepers, and Mayweather just took off. Big 3rd and inches coming here. They're going to let him call his own number, and he picks up the first down.
Well, this isn't even his best rushing day of the season. A couple of weeks ago, he had 29 carries, 193 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground against Oregon. So I mean, he's reaching that territory, but he's still got a little bit of way to go.
Yeah, we've got motion out of the backfield. Mayweather throws that direction to the halfback Williams, who gets a 2-yard grab and steps out of bounds.
That's his 7th catch of the night. Williams getting involved heavily as a receiver, and that puts Bo Mayweather at 350 yards on the night.
2nd and 8, 4:37 and counting here. Another QB keeper, another 6 yards added to the tally for Mayweather.
Another great run. He's up to 155 tonight. And USC, they're 8 for 12 on 3rd down. It's about 66% on the night.
Here is Williams, who gets stopped at the line. That brings up 4th and 1. Chappell makes his 3rd tackle of the day. And USC will line up and take the 3 points by Little.
And Little is 8 for 10 on the season. Let's see if we can put this one through.
Right down the middle, extending the lead 45-17 with 3:58 remaining in this ball game. And the victory celebration now just on the edge of a beginning for the USC Trojans as Atticus Ike runs us out past the 25-yard line. Michigan, as we said, they if they want to try to get some points on the board late here, Valente, they've got to start looking vertical.
Yeah, they got to open up the playbook and get it to their receivers downfield at this point.
Here's a throw as Powers steps out of bounds after bringing that one in. It's a 6-yard grab.
That's his 9th catch of the night, so he's been super active in the short game, but that's going to be under review.
Yeah, the booth will take a look at it and see if Powers is able to keep the feet in. Oh, that's close. That's probably going to be overturned.
Yeah, I don't think he got that left foot down. I don't think he got possession before that left foot went down.
And it is overturned as we did forecast. Unfortunately, it's actually stalled a couple of pretty good drives for Michigan as this game has went on, if you'll recall. Here is a give on 2nd down to Ellis. This will be 3rd and 4 on the way.
Yeah, Michigan would have a few more points on the board right now if it wasn't for an earlier booth review. But I mean, the refs are doing their job, and they did a good job at it.
Absolutely, as we now see, kind of floating it up there was Amber trying to give his man a shot at it, and that ended up very dangerously and being so far into their own territory. Michigan will have to punt it away.
And Brandon Tyree's going to have another chance to create some even better field position for USC. But at this point in the game, you kind of just expect him to run it out.
Indeed, it does look like we are headed that way. 3:19 remaining here in the 4th. And whether you give it to Mayweather or Williams or whoever you want to do the honors, that certainly is the name of the game here. Play clock down to 5. Here is the give to Williams. He picks up 2.
It's a solid 2-yard pickup, but ultimately just keeping the clock rolling is all they want. They're just letting the clock bleed out for the rest of this game. They're trying to get out of here, go home.
Yeah, go home with a victory securely in hand, retaining that 3rd spot there. Definitely with the 6-yard gain, a 45-17 victory here. And again, a great season continues for the Trojans.
And with the win here tonight, they will improve to 5-1, 5-game win streak for the Trojans.
Yeah, certainly on fire right now. And if you have them coming up in your schedule, you don't want to see them coming your way, that's for sure. Play clock down to 10 here on 3rd and 2. 5, 4, 3, 2. Snapped it 2. Here is the pitch out. It's going to be contained. Oh, still on his feet. Hang on here. Still going. It's Jaden Cobb. He won't get the first, but he run about 15 extra seconds off.
Yeah, I was going to say, if the goal was to bleed some extra time off the clock, you succeeded. Mission accomplished. But if you want to get that first down and And in the game, that wasn't it. He stayed in bounds, so the clock's still running. Michigan, you know, they really don't have a chance to win anymore, but I mean, they do have a good shot at maybe going down scoring, building some sort of momentum for next week.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you're always looking for momentum, right? And for a team like Michigan, you want to be able to say you put some more points on the board. I don't think, you know, the term you hear of garbage time, garbage points, whatever, you know, to these players out here continuing to hone their craft, it means something to get in that end zone. As we'll see them fight to do just that. They'll have about a minute to accomplish that as this one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
A good punt right there, and this will be the final minute of this ball game.
Yeah, 64 seconds left, 64 ticks of the clock. We'll see what Michigan can do with it. Here's Amber going to fire. It's complete. A 6-yard gain. Quickly back to the line they go.
And they called their timeout too, so I mean, they know they can't win, but I like what they're doing here, showing that Mamba mentality, not giving up.
Yeah, you don't quit until the clock says 0. Here's another throw, a little check down, but it works as that's McGuire who fights hard for 12, and a second timeout is called.
Hey, look, if you're in a heavyweight fight and you're down 11 rounds to none in that final 12th round, are you just going to stop throwing?
Absolutely not. You've made it this far. Here is Ellis with the check down, though he picks up 8. They will save that timeout. The clock will continue to run, 43 seconds and counting.
Yeah, they're just going to let the clock run at this point, but I want to see what they can do here. I'm genuinely intrigued.
Oh, the pressure coming. Amber able to get away from it. He throws the wayward pass. That is going to do it. That turnover will seal the deal for the USC Trojans victory. Billy Savage gets the interception.
That's his first interception of the season. It looked like Michael Amber was trying to hit a 360 no-scope right there. Didn't work out in his favor, obviously, but Billy Savage coming up making a great play, jumping for that ball right there. I imagine USC is going to come out in victory formation and just let this one ride all the way home.
Yeah, and this one will certainly feel good for the USC Trojans. As you said, this first half, a close contest. You know, we even had, vibes of this one coming all the way down to the final second, as you see that just ticked away there. But in the end, that second half, the USC Trojans take over. It's a 45-17 victory. What are your final thoughts, Valente?
This was all USC after that first quarter. Bo Mayweather did a great job, 150-plus yards on the ground. Did a good job through the air as well. In that second half, it was just straight clean football from the USC Trojans, and that defense had been incredible after that second half whistle.
Absolutely. Big thanks to Mike Peters and Austin Crow, and to my broadcast partner, Valente. Join us again at 8:30 Central Time as we have Texas at Nebraska. You're watching the CFSL on YouTube. I'm Cameron Duty. We'll catch you later.